वेल बिस्मिल्लाहिर्रहमानिर्रहीम। दोस्तों, जिस तरह से ब्रीफ हिस्ट्री ऑफ यिन योगा पे हमने बात की, इसी तरह से जो स्टोरी ऑफ ट्रेविस है, जो ट्रेविस एलियट मेरा टीचर है, उसकी ज़िंदगी में यिन योगा कैसे स्टार्ट हुआ। इट्स वेरी इंटरेस्टिंग स्टोरी। और आई होप इस स्टोरी से बहुत सारे लोगों को बेनिफिट होगा, जिन लोगों के एक्सीडेंट हुए हैं ज़िंदगी में, जिन लोगों को प्रॉब्लम है डिफरेंट, वो इस स्टोरी सुन के उनको मोटिवेशन मिलेगी और वो इससे बेहतर कर सकते हैं। तो लेट्स स्टार्ट। ये स्टोरी जो है वो ट्रेविस की ज़ुबानी सुनिएगा प्लीज़।
Hey guys, and welcome to my personal story about how I got into Yin Yoga.
Personal story.
So many years ago, I was in downtown Los Angeles, and I just got to
He's basically from Los Angeles.
And I was at this big intersection that I was about to cross the street. So I waited for the pedestrian signal
Los Angeles, we have a बहुत busy
signal me
city.
to cross, and eventually it did. So I started to go across this crosswalk. And then all of a sudden, out of the corner of my eye, I saw this object speeding at me really, really, really fast. And in a split second, my brain computed that if I was to go back, I would get hit by this speeding object, which was a car. But if I was to go forward, I would also get hit by the car. And if I was to go right or left, I would also get hit by the car. And so my only option was to jump.
Jump, okay.
So that's what I did. I jumped as high as I could off the ground into the air. And then as I started to float down, the car came underneath me. I smashed into the windshield of the car. It threw me flying through the air. And then miraculously, somehow I landed on my feet in the middle of this big intersection in downtown Los Angeles. And then other people ran over to me to make sure that I was okay. And as they helped me to the sidewalk, every time I would take a step, my knee would give out. Every step, my knee would completely give out, so I had this really bad limp. But considering that I only had a bad limp and a couple of scrapes on my body, I was really lucky that it didn't turn out worse. And after a couple minutes of sitting down on the sidewalk, I started to hear sirens. And I would later find out that somebody blocks away had heard the collision of me getting smashed by this car and had called the paramedics.
वो कार एक्सीडेंट करके आई थी, इसलिए वो बहुत तेजी में थी.
And they were about to take me to the hospital, but I figured since my only injury was a really bad knee and no broken bones, I actually declined to go to the hospital. And the paramedics told me that I was really, really lucky to survive this accident, that most people either get killed or they get paralyzed for the rest of their life.
जितनी गाड़ी कार स्पीड में थी, उसमें फैटल एक्सीडेंट का डेथ थी, लेकिन luckily he escaped.
Worse than what it did. But the reality is I could no longer run. I couldn't jump anymore. There were a lot of athletic things that were taken away from me, and that my knee always bothered me. So I started to go to doctors, and I went to all the doctors that I could see, specialists, therapists, chiropractors, acupuncture, massage therapists, all the heal and fix my knee. And although seeing these healers helped out, I was now able to walk without a limp anymore. I still couldn't run. That was completely out of the question. And then eventually I heard about this style of yoga. Yoga.
कुछ नहीं करता है.
Nothing about it.
चल सकता है लेकिन वो प्रॉब्लम के साथ.
DVD by a gentleman named Paul
Grilly,
all about
जिसने पोलिस जिंक से सीखा था योगा.
So I started to do the practices on the DVD. And my knees started to feel better and better and better. months of doing yin yoga regularly, not only did I completely heal my knee, but it was actually better than it was before the injury took place. And so, as you can imagine,
how much time? Only within 2 months.
I'm a huge fan of yin yoga. I mean, here was this practice that was able to fix something that the best of doctors and medicine couldn't fix. And so I started to teach yin yoga. I started to teach it on retreats.
जो डॉक्टर फेल हो गए, सर्जन फेल हो गए, थेरेपिस्ट फेल हो गए, लेकिन yin yoga ने काम कर दिखाया और वो घुटना बेहतर हो गया.
And then other people started to have a similar experience to what I had. And then eventually word got out to professional athletes, celebrities, entertainers, and they started to reach out to me and they started to tell me about how these yin practices that I had filmed was helping them to perform better. It was allowing them to go and do their sport on a whole other level. It was allowing them to go on stage and dance and perform like nobody's business. And so over the years, I've literally witnessed the same thing that happened to me happen to many, many, many other people.
यानी जो एक्सपीरियंस के साथ था बेशुमार लोगों के साथ ऐसा हुआ.
I never planned on learning about yin yoga. I never ever thought that I would teach yin yoga. Didn't even know what it was. But I had this experience, and this experience helped me a lot. So this program, Flexibility and Beyond, is me just paying this forward. And if you do this program, and whether you have an injury or not, if this program helps you within increasing your flexibility, allowing you to restore the range of motion within your body, and also helping you to manage stress better and to just become a better person, then that's what it's all about. So I just wanted to provide you a little bit of context as to how I got into this. So thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. And I look forward to seeing you inside the Flexibility Beyond program.
So दोस्तों ये थी ब्रीफ सी स्टोरी ऑफ टाइगर्स. वो yin योगा में उसने कैसे स्टार्ट किया. एक एक्सीडेंट होने की वजह से उसके घुटने में प्रॉब्लम आई और वो घुटनों उसने बहुत डॉक्टरों को, फिजिशियन को दिखाया, थेरेपिस्ट को दिखाया, लेकिन दे वर फेल टू फिक्स इट. उसके बावजूद उसके चलने में उसको दुश्वारी थी. उसके वो भाग नहीं सकता था, वो जंप नहीं कर सकता था, वो डांस नहीं कर सकता था. और पोलीग्रेन जिस मैंने पोलीजिंक से योगा सीखा था उससे मुलाकात हुई. तो उस 2 महीने yin योगा करने के बाद अब वो एक नॉर्मल इंसान था. उसकी घुटने की सारी प्रॉब्लम्स दूर हो चुकी थी. और ये है छोटी सी ब्रीफ हिस्ट्री. इसमें बेशुमार हमारे साथ, हमारी सोसाइटी में ऐसे लोग हैं जिनके साथ बहुत सारे एक्सीडेंटल जो है वो वाकयात हो गए हैं और उसके बाद वो उनकी लाइफ में वो पैरालाइज हो गई लाइफ. तो वो दोबारा से वो बेहतर हो सकते हैं अगर वो इसको अडॉप्ट करें. इस स्टोरी के सुनने का मकसद ये कि वो मोटिवेशन लेवल लें और इसको शेयर करें. सो वेल दोस्तों, प्लीज़ जो मेरे टीचर्स हैं उनके पास ये नॉलेज, ये इन्फॉर्मेशन बहुत ज़रूरी है कि yin योगा की बेसिसिटी क्या है और ये yin योगा से लाइफ बेहतर होती है और फ्लेक्सिबिलिटी बढ़ती है. और जो सबसे जो बड़ा एडवांटेज है हमारा स्ट्रेस इससे मैनेज होता है और हमारी रेंज ऑफ मोशन, जो जॉइंट्स की रेंज ऑफ मोशन जिसे हम ओपन करूँ ये इंक्रीज होते हैं. जॉइंट की रेंज ऑफ मोशन जो है वो इंक्रीज होती है. सो वेल, अपना ख्याल रखिएगा और प्लीज़ इसको ज़रूर शेयर किया अपने दोस्तों से. अल्लाह हाफिज़.